Talk of EVs has been going on for much longer than just a couple of decades. If we want to start at the very beginning, we have to go back to the 1800s. That's right, the time when men still rocked the top hat, women wore petticoats, and homes were primarily lit by oil lamps. Even though in these times horse-drawn carriages were still the main form of transportation, the concept of a vehicle powered by electricity was still there. However, public interest faded in and out over time because mainly they didn't work at all. Range limitations and performance were areas of concern in the 1800s too. Not to mention that back then, the limitation of technology advancements really put a wet blanket on early EV capabilities. Thus, attention shifted to ICE vehicles that dominate today's roads. But that was then and this is now. The industry has made colossal steps towards electrification and fleet operators are starting to take notice. Are we prepared for the shift to electrification? Some fleets just might be ready to say yes. Is yours one of them? If your trucks are operating in the long-haul segment, carrying goods from New York to California, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but EV range capabilities and infrastructure can't practically support that yet. However, last-mile fleets that stay in the general vicinity and don't require substantial range just may be ready to take the leap. With where technology stands today, studies are showing that commercial applications are the ones best positioned to see the financial, environmental, and operational benefits of electrification. According to the North American Council for Freight Efficiency, or NACFE, medium-duty box trucks will be easier to electrify compared to others that have more complex operations. EV delivery trucks are hitting the roads in a lot of major cities. Companies like FedEx, Walmart, and Amazon have already begun deploying battery-operated trucks to carry out daily orders. So, the next time you get a delivery, look out the window. You might just see an EV. Don't know where to start? That's okay. You certainly are not alone. Making the transition from gas-powered vehicles to battery-powered vehicles can raise a lot of questions, such as, are EVs even worth the investment? Will they meet my expectations? Can I take on the significant task of re-establishing operations with my drivers and technicians while supporting current obligations? Can my parking lot or depot support the equipment and charging stations needed in order to electrify? Chances are, just now, your heart rate increased just a little bit, considering all of the factors going into this process. And while each fleet has its own set of considerations, here are some steps to get you moving in the right direction. Number 1, collect some data. To find out whether or not EVs are worth the investment, analyze factors such as daily range of vehicles, fuel cost, and estimate cost savings. This will help you determine if and when you see an attractive ROI. Number 2, set expectations. It's to be anticipated that you will expect quality performance from your new EVs. Take note of your driver's daily ranges to ensure that you're selecting a vehicle that can support it on a single charge. Remember, however, that just like every other vehicle on today's roads, the outside temperature, weather, and driver behavior need to be factored in since each impacts the vehicle's overall performance. Number 3, find your power sources. Home base can't be your only charging option for your trucks. Do some research on other locations that support your charging needs within your area based on routes typically taken by your drivers. Number 4, maintenance support. While EVs require less maintenance, they still require some, and it's much different than working on your typical internal combustion engine. Make sure that both your technicians and shop equipment are ready to service the EVs rolling into your bays. Number 5, crunch the numbers. I get it, this is the scary part. Supporting these vehicles, though, takes a lot of financial support and is also a lengthy process with a lot of moving parts. So make sure you have ample time to plan and some extra cash in your rainy day funds. What? You have even more questions? That's to be expected. Some personal research will further help you gain an understanding of the electrification process. But if you've checked all the boxes and you're fully committed to the idea of electrifying your fleet, your OEM of choice will gladly lend a hand. For more equipment and trucking content, visit fleetequipmentmag.com. We'll see you next time.